Welcome to Wildcards. We are degens of crypto, where we talk about everything on the block.
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
It's 8:05.
What up?
What's up,
great
homies?
Fucking intro.
What's up?
Big Kahuna. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I love it when Kahuna just starts listing off everybody in the room. It makes me feel so loved. It's awesome. For real. That's just
a room full of beautiful people, man. Got to take advantage.
That's for real. So it's us. There's like a handful of people in here. Everybody knows who we are, I think, in this room at this point. But if you don't, you're listening to fucking Wildcard.
Wildcard, bitches!
And basically, it's our couch on a Friday night. We're doing nothing but chilling with each other, shooting the shit. We happen to all love NFTs, fucking cryptocurrency, making money, losing money, making friends, losing friends, bearing our chest hairs, and throwing rocks at one another. So it's just a typical Friday night. And so basically, in the past couple months, we've done a whole bunch of shit. We've had like Hemi up in the motherfucker. We've had Universe 25, D-Bags. We've had fucking Wild Tangs. We've had shit. Adapunks have been here a handful of times. The Dead Rabbits. We've had a handful of motherfuckers in here. VivalaCoin. What's up, brother? Dude was in here a couple weeks ago showing off the whole skull craziness, and now there's even more shit going on with the skulls when you're going to be maybe staking that shit and putting your shit to work. Gangsta. The whole team over there is fucking real and stop. So, for real, much respect to you motherfuckers.
And big congrats on that Angel baby, man. I see you're part of the team, bro. Love it.
Ooh, that's
Man
what's
is
up.
making some moves, brother.
Yeah, shout out to Fettuccine. That's what's up. So usual setup for the night here. We talk about real quick what we did last week. We start firing up on something that we kind of like, or at least adds fire to the place a little bit. When we're all warmed up, that's when usually Hemi and Hecka jump in and figure out what's going to happen.
Show me the money! Derek, you better yell!
Oh,
Show
shit.
me the money!
Oh, shit. We like to learn about them stocks and them crypto charts from those smart bastards, because you know that I'm not. I'm telling you, they are some smart motherfuckers. I have bought and told me to do, but just kidding. Not financial advice. This is all our opinions. This is all about transparency. Maybe laughing a little bit, having some fun, throwing some rocks, talking about how ugly some people's PFPs are, and why some people
bro, chill.
Just saying, and why some people are known for their iconic PFPs, and that's why everybody follows them.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the love, Stevie. Thank you for the love.
Just
We're
saying.
talking about you.
Oh, my fault.
Oh, no, I had to bust out my swag Beto joke about you being ugly, because he loves saying that. Why are you so ugly, brah? Love it. And yo, real quick, shout out to dude at Ugly Bros. I guess, you know, if you wanted to, real quick, there was shit, you know, with the Discord, shit popped off. I guess there was a hack and some bullshit. People lost some shit. Again, I don't know specifics. I'm just that dude who scrolls through Twitter. But people lost some shit. And Ugly Bros swoops in. And I from what I heard, is kind of, you know, taking care of some of that for people on his own. Again, dude's community-based. Y'all know that. She shows love where you'd be surprised. Like, yo, dude, that dude's nice to that dude, too. Like, yo, even me included. Like, that dude's nice to Steve. Like, for real. So, shout out to him. He shows up everywhere. And, again, takes care of the community and takes care of his specific community as well, like a motherfucker, you know? So, shout out to fucking Ugly Bros. And that's right, Roy, you ugly, and that's okay, because VivalaCoin's a little bit ugly over there, too. And there's a beautiful song called A Little Bit Ugly Now that I'm going to have to find someday and make Roy throw on this fucking soundboard. Oh, shit, Roy, write that down real quick, dude.
I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. My bad. I keep on muting myself. I'm new to Twitter, bro. I'm trying to figure this shit out. My bad.
The champ is here.
That's right. Roy, you may be new to Twitter, but you're not new to fucking making me laugh on the soundboard.
The champ is here.
Just saying. Your timing, fucking impeccable. Impeccable, I say. So, real quick, I want to run through real fast about what popped off last week. We've been known to, if not talk shit, at least vent our opinions and shoot from the hip. And many times when we do that, the person we're talking about chimes in, which is a blessing, and we get to have some real conversation that we might not have had before. Introverts who showed up again last week too, but I mean, a few weeks back had some questions about the project and a bunch of questions, and dude just showed up kind of to clarify everything. And since then, Mad Homies, real good dude, in here. He'll probably show up later tonight because that's what he do. He pops into places, that fucking crazy Brazilian motherfucker. So he popped in, and also after we were having a little bit of a discussion, if you would, regarding some of the I don't know, the tension or the exactly. Dude, Arctic Alpha, I think is his name. That we were saying a couple things about his point of view. He came in and we had a couple discussions with him, which was actually fantastic. Perspective or points of view may not change, but things were definitely fucking clarified. And Cobra will be here in a little bit. Cobra! But he was really pissed. Cobra! Go ahead, do it again.
Was that Declay? Where'd that come from, Joe?
Cobra.
Fucking
Who is that?
Is that El Duke?
That's like a sassy Declay, man. What the fuck is it?
Yo, Declare is crazy. You sound just like El Duke.
Hey, that's fucked up.
That's the next thing we're doing. We're taking El Duque, right, Roy, and putting that motherfucker. We got to get some sound
What's a
bites from him.
DJ?
Was that Big
Yo,
Canona?
we need it.
Yeah, the El Duque sound. Thank you.
So, Arctic stopped by last week, and I brought that up because, again, clarified some shit, and again, someone even like Cobra, who was really, really, really heated, rightfully so, on his behalf, he was less heated by the conversation. So, much respect to the open discussion that we had with Arctic last week. El Duque chimed in from fucking Disney with his kid. It was great. I think his kid even yelled wild cards, bitches. I'm not sure, but hilarious. And we threw a whole bunch of rocks around. Night was in here. He was a little bit jealous that fucking Vicalicious's pipes and chest are all over the place. So Night was just rolling around with his fucking biceps all over the place. Who else? Ada Girl came in. Mally was here. I know. I think Chrissy and Chronic were here last week, and I think I see you motherfuckers in here too. I see Chronic. What up? And what else? I think that's everything from last week. So I don't know. We can either talk about something quick and easy, or we can have fucking Hemi, Hecka. I don't know if Hemi's up in here. Hemi's there. I don't know if Hecka's up in here yet. If they wanted to bless anybody with some information, or we can kind of jump into some shit. Somebody tell me something and not just raise your hand, because this is not the Stevie show. This is Wild Cards for all my fucking homeboys.
Hey, let's get I think we should get Hemi and Hecka to give us a market update. If not, get the homie Vivo to get up here and give us a market update.
Classic.
All right.
Sheesh.
Oh,
Hey, Stevie, I got a question. Stevie, I got a question. Ask a question, Stevie.
yeah, man.
Yeah, in the words of D Clay, you feel me? I got a question. I want to.
Hey, be honest though, bro. Don't be just saying shit if you're not gonna be honest.
Nah,
Be honest, and this is just me. Go ahead.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think we should hear Stevie. Hemi. I haven't heard Hemi in a couple weeks, man. I want to hear his thing. Dude is smart as hell. If you're not following this man, Hemi, that's what you need to do right now.
Hemi. That's right, I said Hemi.
Well,
Hey, just FYI, Hemi is our own, he's our Uncle Kathy Woods.
Patos locos forever.
For sure, brother. I can go ahead and hit us off with some market sentiment jazz going on. I'm sure everybody would love to hear what's going on. But for real, like really what's going on right now, in my opinion, is just the market is really trying to determine what's going on with essentially like the consumer sentiment, right? Like, are people spending? What are people doing? Are they saving? Are they all cash? It just seems like people are really kind of just being standoffish at this point, even though there's been like the bank stress test last week came out really good, even like a 10% unemployment rate. The bank still had a lot of money, but people are worried about a recession, and things are pointing that way. Kathy Woods has started talking about recession. She thinks we're already in a recession currently right now. Time will really tell, but I think unemployment still needs to get to a point to where it could like officially put us there. In my opinion, I think Powell himself is leading us there, right? And I think the big thing is on the of this month we have the next Fed meeting, and then we have bank earnings. And we have all the earnings again. The new bank cycle comes through, or the new earnings cycle comes through. So, really kind of give us a gauge on what's going on with inflation and where it's headed. They can only adjust their rates, right? That's their tool, Fed's tool to try to help combat. But in all honesty, that really doesn't combat inflation, right? That just growth ultimately. And so what's really driving this inflation is the fact that oil is getting out of control. So, and I think JPM just came out with something today or later today. I don't know if it was JPM or Goldman Sachs, and they were saying that they could see oil going up to $320 or something a gallon, or a barrel, excuse me.
A barrel. Yo, it cost me $125 to fill up my truck yesterday.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Motherfucker, I had to sell another Universe 25 to afford that gasoline. Craziness.
And it's only at the beginning of summer, too, so that's something you got to remember. Like, it's going to get a lot worse. I think you're going to see inflation come down, like, once summer is over. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared.
So
yo,
are we at the bottom? We close to the bottom of the stock baloney? Because like even the stock channels today were kind of trying to talk about how the week ended in regard to just everything falling apart except for certain sectors not doing as bad, or fucking somebody's buying Coinbase or thinking about buying Coinbase. You know any of that shit?
I don't know about Coinbase. I know, what is that one? I think it's I don't recall the
Voyager.
one. Is it Voyager? The FXS or whatever.
FTX.
FTX. Yeah, I know they're trying to buy. They were talking about Hood, and there's a couple other of them, Voyager and stuff like that.
They got BlockFi.
Yeah, but they were about to acquire. I know. BlockFi and Celsius, but I think there was something where there's a lot of discrepancies in their balance sheet. So they're saying like there's a big money pit there. So an evaluation of like $25 million, I think that he gave for Celsius, when they're valued way more apparently on paper.
Yeah, and apparently, I have a buddy that works on the banking side, and he's saying that whatever they're trying to write it up for is BS. That it's an easy fix. So yeah, they're definitely getting a discount. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We're rolling into earnings mode, and so that's where the market is as far as like a bottom. Man, we're hitting like some major support, and if this if there's any kind of, if we get any kind of panic, the market can flush pretty hard if it does break the support. So kind of really watching, but everything is just so sensitive to the data, and it's really about the consumer. If the consumer starts buying, right, you're going to start looking at deflation, and you're going to start looking at recession, right? Everything is strong, so that's kind of the next question. Like, okay, well, is the Fed going to come in with some high rate raises, 75 or 100 point rate raises, and that's going to potentially scare the markets? So it's just kind of a waiting game and playing it day by day.
Hey, Hemi, quick question. Do you think that we get to see 8,000 to 9,000 Bitcoin?
Shut up, D. Clay.
Possible. Anything is possible.
No, I'm being honest. Remember I said that shit. Nah, just keep in mind I said that shit on the
to be
stage.
honest, though.
Right? Just be honest, bro.
Yo, why are you screaming, bro?
When I said
that's what I'm saying. They always so angry. He chooses violence every time.
I'm gonna give you a 7.
When I said 18K, you fools were like, nah, we're not gonna see 18K. And then we saw 18K, and you fools were like, nah, Dave Ramsey called it, not D. Clay.
Listen, man, we could still go.
D. Clay, are we buying or what are we doing, man? You tell me.
You shouldn't buy right now, bro. It's gonna dip a lot more, bro. You're gonna see. You might even see 4.
What's a lot more though, yo? I need
already said it, bro.
I need
give you a
specifics,
price,
bro.
dog. I would say 9K, bro. When you see 9K, start buying, bro.
Okay,
that's it.
Not financial advice, but if D. Clay says that, buy now.
Like, man, yeah. I mean, like I said, people look up to Cathy Woods. People look up to Dave Ramsey, but I look up to Hemi and Hecka. You know what I mean? I learn something once in a while. So, hey, 400 each.
I appreciate it.
Show me the money! Everybody else, show me!
I can see 30s for Ada, to be honest. Never mind.
30 cents for Ada.
No, I think obviously we're all seeing it act bullish, with these market conditions, but I mean, I don't know. Remember, everything still follows. So I feel like if we do have a dip, we may see it, a little dip into the 30s, but quickly scoop.
Did you see, what is this? El Salvador is still buying more Bitcoin?
I was about to say they bought 80 Bitcoin at 19K. That's what that big volume was.
Yeah, they bought that dip.
Well, I mean, it was a great support zone, so I mean.
Is this effing financial advice, though? Is this effing financial advice?
Oh,
DK, the legend.
Get him.
Dude, look at that PFD, bro. My boy Duke with that mandrills.
Cobra! What's up, guys?
Yo, this man wrestled like these huge ass ants. Yo, tell him, El Duque. We need to hear this, man.
Bro, El Duque got a 101 seeing the team NFT thing. Looks nice, man. I like it.
How you all doing?
Yo, you still in the land of Disney right now? What's going on, man?
Professor. I came back Saturday.
Welcome back. Vegas missed you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It wasn't the same.
I miss you guys' voices.
What's up?
How you all doing?
The kid
Hemi,
with you right now?
Rory. Tax,
what's up, brother?
Big Kahuna.
Balls to the wall.
DK,
where are the rocks? Hey, here you go.
Patos locos forever.
Where you communicating from the car? Because your speaker is like a little bit wapo.
Yeah, it is. Driving. I'm driving from work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm making it happen, bro. I'm co-hosting a state while I'm driving, dog. No, it takes me a few minutes. Gotta pick up some. I'm gonna get some in and out for the family.
It don't take a few minutes.
Oh, but I don't live in Pacoima like Roy.
Oh, I see.
Hey, real talk, DK.
What up, Viva? You got to.
Have you been to Pacoima?
Yo, no, I heard D. Clay mention, hey, Viva, if you want to come up here, share your thoughts on the markets and everything. And I talked to Hemi actually in a separate space, a little bit about just how I sort of view macroeconomics in general. The main thing that I'm paying attention to outside of just the day. I'm not a day trader. I look at broader picture things. The biggest issue that I see outside of the current, not just inflation, interest rates, oil, anything like that, us sanctioning Russian gold, like you factor that all in. The problem is the DXY, the dollar keeps getting stronger compared to everything else. And that could be due to just printing more money, debasing other currencies, weakening other economies. The stronger the dollar gets, the worse it is for everything else, including the things that we buy with it, especially if we're trying to evaluate it in U.S. dollars. It's just going to be lesser in value or just more difficult to purchase. I think that the stronger the dollar gets, the worse it is for everything. And if you zoom out probably about, 3-4 years, it's kind of that giant sort of cup that you're getting to the end of. And if it keeps running, or if they don't do something drastic, which they're not being dramatic enough in all their rate hikes and the things that they're doing, they can't play catch up fast enough. If that continues to run, then it could wreak a lot of havoc on just global economies in general outside of other issues. So I'd say 9K is a stretch. I'd say 11.5, 12K Bitcoin, final answer.
You locking that in, Viva?
Damn.
I would lock that in as if the dollar continues to get stronger and they don't get ahead of this, then yeah. I don't think it would be for a extended period of time, but I don't know. There's a lot of support around 10K. I feel like people would put their buys in slightly above that. I would say 11, 12K would be my guess, but that's only if the dollar keeps getting stronger and everyone else sells off derivatives and futures and options of crypto, even not holding the assets, because we've refused to allow people to buy spot crypto assets because we're Apple.
Hey, Viva, so you're saying we're going to see 8,000 or 9,000?
To be honest, if we see 8,000, I'm taking every credit card that I paid off and I'm just buying full Bitcoin. I'm just maxing out credit cards again, and then I'll just pay them off as we go. If we get that low, I think that the risk is worth it at that point, just to load up on anything that you can. I also couldn't imagine a lot of these larger companies, we're already watching. You mentioned Voyager already suspended all withdrawals from their exchange. Right now on Twitter, it's trending with 35,000 some tweets that KuCoin might be insolvent. Now that's a rumor. However, with the exposure to Three Arrows Capital and Luna and Celsius and now Voyager, it's every one of those dominoes are starting to fall in our market because you have all that hidden leverage and every single APR that they promise people through Anchor or Celsius lending in borrowing. So it could be exacerbated in our market, especially for just a quick liquidation wick shit show. If everyone just kind of implodes, but I'm crossing my fingers that doesn't happen. And institutional, even though he's kind of at times, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, anyone that put a lot of the investments into the crypto industry, they, regardless of the amount of conviction they have a lot of other investors in them that are sweating bullets at this point. And I don't know how long they can justify, just trust us, come 2024 in the next halving, we're going to be fine. Everyone else is like, fuck you, just buy sound, stable, large companies, even though they're not doing great at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think any asset in general is really holding value. I think there's a lot of people just holding cash, to be honest, since we're being honest. But I think a lot of people are just holding cash at this moment.
Yeah, be honest.
Let me ask y'all a question. a few months back and stuff on the news, they were talking about, I guess, the top dogs at the feds. There was a new rule or law went in place that after 6 months, they have to get rid of all their crypto holdings and I guess stocks and stuff like that. If that's true, I just find these people corrupt. Do you not think that they won't try to, push it up one time real quick just to get their money out of it, or they're going to go ahead and crash and lose money when they're the ones in control of it? I'm just curious.
Good question. Hemi, you go first. You're the stock guy on this show. I don't want to take any steam.
Show me the money!
That's all good. I mean, in my point of view, I just think they're going to do what they can to prevent stuff from crashing. Obviously, that's what they try to do, right? They don't want to take down the whole financial system. So they're not going to want stocks. Everybody's 401k. I mean, but right now, ultimately, they're focused on inflation. So they've reiterated that multiple times, and even the administration's backed them on that. So, I mean, anything is possible, and that's why I've always talked about risk management and everything. And everything can go to zero. It doesn't matter if it's Tesla or Bitcoin, whatever the case is. I mean, that's the risk you take, just trying to hold assets, right?
No, I was thinking lines of because I just find most of them corrupt anyways, and they're the ones that's got the power to do a lot of good or bad in the market. And if they have to get rid of their own holdings and stuff after a certain amount of time, 6 months or whatever that date comes up to, I just find it hard that they would let it go down and not try to pump it back up to 60,000 again or something like that and get their money out of it. And I don't know. I just find those people corrupt. So it's hard for me to believe that they wouldn't do something, even if it's just short term. Say something, get the market to rally for 30 days, and then get their money out of it, and then go back to reality.
I would say to that point, yes, they are corrupt. I feel like all of us are here in this space because to some degree we understand that level of corruption. However, Bitcoin goes to zero. What does it go to zero in? Aside from denomination in US dollars. If I can still use that to purchase something from someone else, regardless of whether or not our currency sees that as valuable, no one can still stop me from interacting within that system. At the end of the day, their issue from the beginning with Bitcoin, or by extension any sort of decentralization in general, wasn't other people getting money, because they can print another $1 trillion and they can print more money. It's about losing control over that system in general. So if the price is low, then that's just a good opportunity to either sell high and buy low, or DCA on the way back up. If it goes to zero, I can still use it. It's more of, as Charles would say, in all of his YouTube videos or his interviews, it's people choosing to opt out of a system. And right now, the only way to onboard onto the system, unfortunately, is purchasing assets in either a currency that is backed by the U.S. dollar, backed by another with the U.S. dollar itself. And the fact that the U.S. dollar is the only thing right now that's in an uptrend, it's a negative effect on our market and every other market in general. So it's more of a test of endurance than anything, just to be able to outlast that and to onboard into systems where you can denote your own value in something other than the U.S. dollar, or not sort of compare it to it because you're already onboarded to a new version of some sort of economy. And again, I think it's long term, so I'll never be like, I always listen to Hemi's, SPX and his S&P updates on Twitter when he puts them up, because I can't do that. I can't do that short term look at today and figure out what will happen. I can't dissect it like that. I only look at 5-10 year spans of time as opposed to, the day to day. So, if you don't have those positions that you want, or I think a lot of people are starting to feel if you guys saw on Twitter a lot, I'm seeing a lot more people that are less confident, or they're starting to feel overextended, just as these large institutions and exchanges could play that game so long and put up a front for so long, but secretly they're really, really overextended. And those cracks are starting to get to the people that really can't pay their rent, or they can't pay the interest on their margins. It's like they can't sustain themselves, and they're slowly starting to break and wipe themselves from this market. As long as you are in that position and you have a roof over your head and you're able to feed yourself, then the price day to day, if you're not a trader, shouldn't matter. It's more or less how can you maximize that opportunity.
That's how I kind of look at it too. It sucks rolling over, and when I wake up in the morning and looking at charts or looking at prices, so I don't anymore, because for the past decade, it seems, actually it probably has, that's what I've been doing. But I still am not thinking about selling all my shit tomorrow, no matter what happens, or next month, or next year for that matter. So it's like, just like you just said, Viva, one of the reasons why I pay attention to what Hemi's doing is because of that day to day. Because again, I stack like Disney stock, I stack these other stocks that I'm setting and forgetting. People are gonna go on Thunder Mountain or whatever soon. People are gonna go to the movies and do all that shit. So okay, I know that's gonna be coming around in years to come. So in my opinion, to be honest, this is just me. Like I don't think about what's going to happen tomorrow as much as like, in like 5 years, am I going to be able to afford to step it up and do this with this bonus as opposed to shit, do I need rent? Because like, Viva, I got a house finally, so I got to do mortgage and bills and all that shit. But I mean, just like I can swipe around and I pay all my bills every month, like, okay, Citibank paid, but by pushing buttons, that same day, I'm clicking and pushing buttons to buy 50 or $100 of other shit here and there for as long as I can remember,
Yeah, I think that's what's important and big to establish is that there is a very big difference, right? Like, you're doing it the right way. Like, you should be looking 5-10 years down the road on how they can exist. But I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is to realize that if we hit a recession, what's really going to, can the average person tell you what that company does? And I think that's what's important. What's going to happen the next coming months is to really look at that stuff, because it's going to it's going to have a butterfly effect, right? And I think a lot of people need to be aware that the last 2 years, that's not the average stock market, right? Like, a lot of you just hodl random new SPAC companies, right? And then think that it's going to moon, and it's just not going to happen. Those kind of numbers just aren't going to fly again.
Yeah, but Portnoy told me stocks only go up. What happened to that?
Man, and rest in peace, all those TikTok stock traders. I don't even know. Oh, fuck.
No.
I don't even know. What would you do if you, like, that meme where that kid bought the house off of the Anchor Protocol yield? Like, how are those people even going to log on and tell their followers, like, yeah, actually, I'm just completely broke, and I'm sorry you lost everything, and I'm deleting this channel? But, like, I wish, like, and this is a skill set I'll never have, just because I have too much ADHD and I bounce around to like all these broader topics. If I could figure out the day-to-day, you can make money. Like right now, if you understand the markets on a day-to-day aspect, you can make money right now just shorting it, or you could make money up and down. Like, you could amplify the amount that you have. You could sell high and buy low. It's just not something that I've ever been able to do effectively. I've tried it, but then I just get too distracted, and the next thing I know, I'm just completely wiped. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just stay away from that day today. But if the average person only has $500, they might have to understand things a little bit more tightly so that they can start to amplify that portfolio, as opposed to, some people that have been in the space for a while. If you just aren't a degenerate and greedy and you just are patient and you build in the meantime, you're going to be okay.
Well, I think that
Viva, you and I think we were brothers in another life. I tried for the life of me become a trader. And man, trust me when I say I try. And it's like the same thing when I was in high school and middle school or whatever. I just hear the Snoopy teacher going, wop, 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 wop. I just can't. I don't know. I have the same attention, whatever you call it. And it's impossible, man, for me. So I just buy and hold. I just Stevie Mo. I'm a Stevie Mo.
You know what I think it is for me? I'm either too quick, like I'm not emotional in the long term, because the long term shit I can dissect with a ton of different historical things and look at the future and sit there. On a very short time basis, all of a sudden all my principles go out the window and I become emotional. I'm either too quick to react or I become too hopeful and I react too late, and then I just eat all the pain of that.
Yo, check it. You just reminded me, and I don't mean to interrupt. There was this, I think, a book, and for you kids who don't know what a book is, it's like words on paper all put together. It's crazy shit. That's right. But it was called,
Stevie will give private lessons if you need it after.
I can teach reading. I know some Morton Gillingham and Wilson reading tactics. We're good. We'll hold you down. But I digress on that. Shit. See, look at you. I was ready to say something great, and now I'm just seeing laughing faces, and I totally forget what I see. That attention deficit too. What was I just saying?
It was about books.
Okay. That's thank you.
Baba Booey.
So the book's called Hunter in a Farmer's World, and you just kind of explained your behavior in regard to like crypto stock, in relationship to a hunter and a farmer. A hunter can plan and wait X amount of years and get the land ready, cut the shit down, hang it up, blah blah blah. Takes a year for a crop, as opposed to that's the farmer. The hunter is chasing a fucking deer, and the deer goes one way, the hunter loses it and says, fucking A, I still need to eat fucking squirrels that I just could see. So it's like, to me, from what you kind of just described, is that's the difference. Like, you almost have to be that hunter, or have that focused attention deficit, to be honest. Ironic. To be honest and ironic. Be able to chase all those different things at once.
That was good, and that was deep,
now the question is,
that's
if
right.
Declay say 9,000, 8 to 9, and Diva said 14 to 13 or whatever he said. I think whoever said it.
Now, DK, who would you place a bet on, Declay or Viva?
Hey, don't look at the followers too, El Duque. Just look at
where is ADA going at these prices.
Oh, I had that whole conversation with Hobbs a while ago. So anyone that knows Hobbs from Go Tribe, he's big into just traditional investing, and I think we agreed back in April. I want to say 30 cents was the ultimate bottom, and I talk to Nemo every day, but also looking at 30 cents, like that's kind of the bottom, like maybe even like capitulation wick bottom. But if it goes any lower, then it's the same principle applies. Anything that I could possibly liquidate or put into it, that would be my buy zone.
Hell yeah, that's why I'm trying to buy some of the shit I haven't been able to buy on the JPEG store for so long, because ADA's on sale. And again, I assume at some point, again, without reading charts, just knowing where everything is, in a little while, a long while, it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. But for right now, shit, if I can get if I file ADA for $1, basically, then I can finally afford that fucking, or that I fucking been looking at forever, or grab another clay or something. Like, yeah.
That's right.
Well, that's it. I mean, if you're just looking at it, the best thing to do with any kind of market, right, is just give it time. That's going to be your biggest ally when it comes to any kind of investment, right? Especially if you can do your due diligence on the front half of that. That's what really matters. And ultimately, even like the day trading stuff I do, right, like it's all just simplicity, right? Making everything simple, and a lot of people just over complex everything, make it overly complex, if I could even talk right now. But it's just simplifying everything, simplifying your process, no matter that's investing or short term. But you guys are doing it right. I mean, it's not for everybody, right? Stuff that I do isn't for everybody, and it really depends on your mentality and who you are. I've seen that every day. I've been doing this for many years and seen many people go. So it really just depends on how you approach investing.
I have a question for you, Hemi, but Clay, you were going to ask me something. If it's about Bitcoin's price, you know my answer, but what was your question?
Hemi.
Damn, bro, to be honest, I forgot. But I'll come back to me, so when it comes back to me, I'll ask you again. But you could ask Hemi, though. Hey, but I think we see ADA below 30, though, man. Hey, what you say, Roy? You're from Bacoima.
Hey, even in that, I'm gonna get that food.
Hey, dude, I picked something out for my family right now, bro. I'm gonna go get me a fucking.
What do you order?
I got some double doubles right now, bro. I got 2 double doubles and 4 regular ones, dog.
That's what's up. You gotta take. All right, go ahead.
So my question for you, Hemi, because I didn't have a chance to ask you this in that space we were in with Groncho, just talking about the same type of stuff, is I kind of view the long-term stuff, or at least like my background in business, is almost like a combination of education, but then there's a certain amount of either intuitive thinking or counterintuitive thinking or internal sort of feeling that goes with it. But I've never been able to feel that or access that on a short-term basis. So for you, in what you do day to day, are you able to feel any type of like just your own gut intuition or edge? Because I know traders that just on the daily, they'll just look at something and they'll be like, yeah, okay, this makes sense. And they'll do something and they're typically right, either through experience or just a gut feeling. But I feel like it's hit or miss for most people.
And I would destroy any man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you got me good there, Roy. I tell you what, you catch me sometimes, bro. But nonetheless, yeah, when it comes to like intuition in the market, right? Like I stared at so many charts, and it's only if anybody that is, I think, worth anything, especially when it comes to like intraday stuff, it's definitely about it's really about patience. If people are taking trades like every single day, that is not the way you do it, right? And it's not about chasing. That chase is definitely not the way to do it. When I say simplify, I'm like trading like your big blue chips, right? Like I'm trading your Tesla and your Amazon, right? Stocks that I know like will bounce back, right? Like if you ever notice like Tesla, right? The market could sell off, and Tesla will be the first one to recover quickly. Like it's the small things, and watching price action is huge because you can tell when the market shifts by watching. Like I don't watch the 1 minute and the 5 minute. Like you get a lot of people that do that. I don't do that. I from watching the market so much, right? Like I can tell you that I've seen the price action in the first hour and the last hour of the day. if you are in the market anytime in between that, you're going to get tore up, right? Like if you're not investing, like you're going to get tore up. So that first hour of the day, last hour of the day, aside from that, right, you're just kind of watching and kind of listening to the news, and that's pretty much it. You need to know when to like cut yourself off. A lot of people overtrade and they get messed up. It's definitely mentality. It's definitely watching. You have to watch a lot of candlesticks to be able to see the momentum shift. And I talk big about events, right? Like if you know what's coming up, like why would you place a trade? Like you don't know. You got a 50-50 chance on what's going to happen. And some people do, right? If you're going to, go full degen and drop a bunch of money on something that can go 50-50, why would you do that? As opposed to just waiting and seeing what happens, see how the market reacts, and then take position on that is the best way to do it. Because a lot of times, especially with the Fed and the volatility right now, like these Fed meetings happen and you get these wicks to both sides, massive wicks, right? And then whatever you think is going to happen, it always flips against you. So it's always better to just sit and wait. And a lot of times with the Fed, like you have to have like overnight digestion. The initial move is always wrong. And so, and again, if you're essentially your thought and idea about what you think is going to happen, right? Like overtake what's really going on. That's when a lot of people get messed up too. So it's better to just let it digest and then, where they land. I talk about this in my videos all the time. Wherever the market lands, right? You react to that. If the market is flat, you wait for the market to move. You don't just jump in. So it's just really simplifying it. And a lot of the stuff, right, it happens. You kind of pick up throughout the years and watching a lot of candlesticks.
How long are you holding right now? Like what's like your normal time? Like just straight day trades? Or you holding for like a few days, a couple weeks?
It depends on the market sentiment, right? Like it depends what events are coming up, what events have happened. And then I always point out, like the banks are always big. Like you want to see what the banks are doing because the banks will guide the market. The banks will guide the index. So if the banks start crashing, that's your first indicator the index is going to come down. Tech might push a little bit, but then tech will soon follow. And you have to realize that it's not like I simplify my process, but the biggest thing is that you have to have a solid process, and it has to be repeatable, right? And so because the market is always changing, right? Like the way I trade now is not the way I traded 6 months ago or 2 years or 3 years ago, right? Before you could just buy the dip like everybody used to go, even the TikTokers, like Vivo mentioned, just buy the dip and the hero. And that's the way it was. And people chasing all these other random stocks. It's just sticking with the same ones and knowing the fundamentals of those same ones really help. It's not to say that I don't take a GME or anything like that every now and again when I see the momentum really pumping. But if you're a momentum chaser, you're going to get wrecked ultimately. So, but for the long term, like stick with a lot of the basic companies that I know and I've traded many, many times. Those ones I get burnt by, they go in the trash. Like I don't touch those anymore. Even if they are pumping, I'm like, I'm not playing that one. So just being patient and kind of seeing. But as far as like holding, that's a roundabout way to answer your question, Taxi. But as far as like holding, like I've been playing a lot of the SPX index, and I'll play essentially that first hour. And what I've always watched is I'll watch to see if the market either gaps up or gaps down, and then typically from there it will go in that direction. If it's flat, I just sit out, but typically I'm done by the first hour or the last hour of the day. It really just depends. If the market starts really selling heavy, you just wait for the next pop and you just short it. That's what you do. I mean, I play options, and SQQQ is another one for those people that don't want to play options as a ETF. So it's like buying shares and holding that and mapping that out for those people that don't want to play options. Options are definitely not for everybody, and I don't suggest anybody use options that had time in the market for sure.
Options are wild. Isn't there did they just come up with like a Bitcoin ETF where you can short it like through that ETF or something like that?
Well, I'm pretty sure everything in the U.S. is futures based. There's no spot. I know they have a couple in Canada and Australia, but they won't clear one in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they haven't yet. I've been watching that pretty close. And I did have one more question for Hemi, as long as you guys aren't sick of hearing about stock stuff, just because it never.
Well, real quick, I heard Grayscale was all pissed off because their request for ETF status got shut down. So,
fucking. Yeah, they're pissed off. They're getting crushed. Fidelity was begging the SEC for a spot ETF. Van Eck and all these other places were. I mean, the Winklevoss twins for years have been talking about it. But the moment you actually make these institutions hold the assets, you can't short something that you don't have into the dirt, make money off of it, and buy it at the bottom. So they're not going to do it until they can accumulate and set up their crypto desks, and then we could all go back and they could serve us a plate of 1,000 Satoshis in Sachs Bitcoin plan. Like it's really the only way to remain relevant in a world that's attempting to eliminate middlemen in a system that would no longer warrant having them. But my question for Hemi was more or less, everyone was talking about, you mentioned GameStop or GME. Around that point, it was kind of like the fever pitch end of what the first year of the pandemic was, which now everyone's at home. Everyone has a stimulus check, or at least a lot of people do. Webull and Rise Promise. Everyone's a trader now. It's Wall Street, venture capital, or institutions. I believe that the way I define it is there's another factor in the market at that point, and I call that desperation. So you have all these people with money, and they can't pay their bills. They either lost their job or they can't go to work, and they're watching other people make tons of money, and they take the time to learn remedial ways to the way these markets work. And I remember I was fighting with my buddy that was actually my traditional stock financial advisor at the time, and we disagreed about Tesla early in 2020. And I split my money, and I went 75% into crypto and 25% to the stock market, and I bought Tesla pretty heavy, around like $150. And we were fighting over it, and I was like, look, I know it's irrational. I know that their revenue is super low, and they're not really justifying their price even at this point. However, everyone else coming into space newly, even in traditional markets, that now can just buy stocks through a phone, almost like an MGM casino gambling app. They can go and purchase things that they see potential in. They could just like Elon Musk. They can talk all day on the phone or on the internet or on Twitter and sort of coordinate. And it came to a head with GME where everyone came together and essentially were burying funds under their shorts. How much do you think potential plays into people's mindsets as far as like, I'm never going to look at a P&E ratio. I'm never going to look at the revenue. I'm going to look at the shit that I believe in as an individual because I'm not from this market. I am new here, and I'm essentially voting with my money that I was either given or that I have left against the system that I feel like I don't inherently believe in. And also, do you think that weighs on the market in unexpected ways?
Yeah, I think traditional markets have really changed. And you brought up a good point, right? I think the whole kicking off with GME and AMC really changed it a lot. And we're seeing that right in crypto, right? People want to look for alternatives that, the middleman can't be messing with. And, the PMA, even a lot of traditional traders they're getting wrecked in this market. I've seen many traders that 20, 30 years, and they're getting wrecked, absolutely wrecked. So it really depends on you, right? Like I believe if you're doing your due diligence on a company or a coin or whatever the case, I mean, this is the nice thing about trading markets and crypto, NFTs. It's all the same kind of thing, right? It's all any kind of asset you're trying to purchase, right? You should all come out with the same mentality, right? The same process about how to eliminate, one coin from another, or one NFT from another, or one stock from another, right? If you believe in it, then by all means, I think you should. When I talk about diversification, I'm not talking about like, buy 20 different stocks, because how are you supposed to keep up with 20 different companies or 20 different coins or 20 different NFTs, right? Like it's finding the ones you really believe in with those, realize the risk that you're going in with it, right? Is important. When I diversify, right, I put some in a stock market, I put some in coins, I put some in NFTs, put some in real estate, right? It's having those different asset classes, right? And I think that's what's important. And then focusing on, the couple good ones that you really like, and doing that and staying up with them. And then, I think the markets are changing, and it's hard for some people to adjust. And a lot of older traders, they don't like it, right? And that's just the way things are. Things always change. And if you've been in the market at all, it changes every single day. And the way people are seeing it. And I think you brought up a great example that, people have so much more access than they did. And so I think just that element alone is changing the way people invest.
Yeah, the access totally changed up shit. People who never bought crypto suddenly could get it on like Cash App and all that stuff, or at least it exposed it to them. And like Viva was just saying, people could just tap a button and buy stocks, and they either couldn't before, didn't have the funds before, or just wasn't easy. Back in the day, I forget the trading app I was using. Share Builder, I think, was one of the websites I had back in the day. I see you laughing at me. Share Builder, I'm old school. But that took effort and work to figure out, basically. But now Robinhood, I mean, quite honestly, you're really just leasing stocks through them, just my opinion. But and you're leasing crypto. But at least, again, you're pushing buttons and you feel like you own that shit. It made it that easy. And again, it brought it home. Even like, my mother saw that part off, and she's like, you can buy Bitcoin on your phones? Really? You're not so crazy. And I'm like, yo, for real, like, it's showing up. So like stocks and crypto were exposed to so many more people, especially during the pandemic, when we all started looking more and more like Universe 25, just with our necks down, staring at a phone more than we've ever done before,
Shoot, the bait store over by the lake and stuff, they have a Bitcoin ATM sitting over there.
I love it. Let's go.
That's what's up. Like my older stepson just got a job at some random little grocery store down the street. And I walk him in. We're doing some paperwork. I look up and I point. And he looks at me, turns bright red. He's like, yo, you can buy Bitcoin and Ethereum here? And I'm like, dude, your paycheck, it's direct deposit. Don't think about spending your money over there. You pay a premium. Like, don't do it. But you see how it's getting exposure to these people in these, hillbilly neck of the woods that, not a big chain, just a little fucking place. And it's got a beautiful looking bit.
And just to clarify too, like I'm not just, I don't just day trade. So just to put that out there, I do invest, but I do swing trading. So I do hold stuff for a longer period of time. I don't want people to get confused that that's all I do. I do other investing, but I keep it very, very focused, right? Like focus fire on the one, like Tesla, right? Tesla's basing. I know it's going to pop because it's one of the leaders. So I buy shares, right? I don't play options on that, and I buy shares, and when it pops, that's when I take profit. And this is why I talk about covering costs and stuff. Like, especially in this market, like, because I mean, people were buying, like you're saying, Viva, like people were buying Tesla. I remember when Tesla was 185 before all this massive run up, and people were buying it there, and it ran up. I think the first time, I don't remember how high it got. I think it got up to 1,300 or something the first time. People didn't take profit.
That first pop, I finally exited at, I think, right around 890 or something. It was like January 2021. And I was like, okay, I have what I need, the other 25%, all into crypto. Lot in Cardano, still around like 30 cents, running up to like 60 around that month. Just funneled that in. I was like, I get it, but I'm done. It worked out. But God, it was wild to watch. Even being right, I'm like, this is absurd. This is absolutely dumb. And I have more questions for you. However, Fart walked in, gave me those eyes. She was like, we're watching Stranger Things. The 2 new episodes are out. You've been on Wild Cards. Come on.
Oh,
so
damn.
I'm out. I'm out. However,
Malibu's in, bro.
Hey, however, I was talking to Hemi. I still feel like there should be like a stock and or like breakdown channel or space on that, because I don't get enough of it, and I love talking about it.
I like that idea.
Hey, we need to come up with a day.
Yeah, we're gonna do. Hey,
together, man.
That's right. Hemi, me, and you. We're gonna start a space. And then anybody wants to come listen to us ramble, they can do that.
Hey, wait, hold on, real quick. Hemi's under contractual obligations, so you need to talk to Stevie before he's
wild
card through.
Oh yeah, we'll schedule
the
stock space right at 8 p.m. on Fridays Eastern time.
I'm joking.
No, but in all honesty,
big kahuna.
In all honesty, I love you guys. I'm gonna jump. Hemi, great picking your brain a little more. Malibu, I wish I could have talked to you. Just jumping in. Nice hearing from you.
No. Remember, we're gonna tag each other in. So tag me in.
All right, you're tagged in. There we go. It's the first principle of the start of our show. I love it. You're tagged in. I'm out. And also the final note, Rory, Fart was saying that the next time she's in here, she wants a fart sound on board. So you got to throw that on there.
That's contingent on one thing. She has to come up and speak. We don't play anybody a theme song unless they come up here. So we gotta we'll work on one for you, Viva. I'll watch some Viva La Bam this weekend, and I'll get some inspiration.
Fuck yes, I love it. I'm inspired. All right,
I know where your name is from. Go ahead, enjoy your lady. Much love to you and Fart. Take care, brother.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
Thank you guys for coming on.
Here she comes. Hold on, she ran in here. Hold on.
I requested to speak. You guys ran out of speakers. I requested to say that I never. Sorry, the echo. It's very annoying. The echo. I never told Viva to say that. That's the only reason I requested to speak. Stranger Things. Good night, everybody.
Whatever. That echo was awesome. It sounded like you were actually on Stranger Things. I was there. That was amazing. That wasn't on purpose. Just saying. That was beautiful.
Even standing here, that was awesome. But peace out, friends. I will see you guys on the next one.
Yo, Viva, love you, brother. Thanks
have a good night.
Love you guys too. Peace.
Take care. Fart. Have a good one. By the way, fire custom ugly bros. I love them. Word on the street is there might be a couple customs coming through. Who knows?
Now, where the fuck is my fucking sound? What's up with that? Oh, hell.
Adventures with LBK. That's my favorite part of them.
Who's in charge of the control?
Who's already taken? That's right.
You have to decide who that one is. It's somebody else. I remembered you.
No, El Duque, we were going to put snake sounds, but with respect to Cobra, we didn't want to do that, so we're going back to the drawing board, all right, bro?
Yo,
We're going to think about it.
Roy, you are a fucking wizard. The champ is here. Just saying. Thank you, Roy. You inspire. Just saying. Real quick, Malibu, you want to jump in? You definitely can.
I felt like
a quick shout out to Hemi. Didn't mean to put Hemi on blast, but I really just enjoyed a Hemi half hour of just putting you up there and picking your brain and getting in there for real. Because
hey, whatever y'all want, just let me know, bro.
Yeah, I've been calling for it. But yeah, that was dope.
You've been calling for it. It was dope. We get stuck. Sometimes we get too deep into other conversations, and we don't slide into that time, and then sometimes we're rushed out. But that was fucking beautiful. So much respect, dude. Thank you very much, Hemi. And just so y'all know, not only is Hemi knowledgeable and a beast with the charts, and quite good looking, just so you know, ladies. Dude,
I ain't no taxi, but
hey, that taxi, we're going after hours. I'm gonna have a few words with taxi.
But for real, in case any of y'all have seen even just these graphics of wild cards all over the place and just images, anything that you see looks like cards, it's from the brain of Hemi. So while he's doing charts, he turns his chair to the side and jumps on his graphics machine and starts making beautiful pictures and everything. So I just wanted to really recognize you for that. For real, Hemi, you're the fucking man.
Not only that,
thank you for the fan, bro.
Hemi.
Hemi's got to drop his collection soon, man.
Listen to his recordings. If you pay attention, he records daily. I don't know if they're daily, but I try to catch him as much as I can. He do his recordings of the updates in the market. And they're fire, man. They're fire.
That's right. I said Hemi.
Also,
I appreciate you, El Duque. Appreciate all y'all.
Hey, I'm not going to ramble on like Viva tonight. All I was going to say is I was going to sum up what he was saying in a very short sentence. Basically, we're investors, right? So we're not flippers, traders, all this stuff. So just take all everything me and Viva was saying. If you want to break down macroeconomics and all this other bullshit, just sit on your shit for a while and you'll be fine, right? That's basically what they're saying. That's all I was going to add to that conversation.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if you look at the traditional markets, you look at traditional stock markets, you don't make your money over a day or two. You are if you're doing these these options and stuff like that. But I mean, if you look at it, we all talk about where's Bitcoin going to be in 5 to 10 years, and that's the way we have to in the bear market. That's what gets me through is I think it's an opportunity for us to load our bags. The dollar is being devalued every day even more and more, and it makes your crypto going to be that much more valuable down the road. That's all.
Patos locos forever.
Hell yeah. All kidding aside, yeah, this is the time that if again, do your own research, financial advice, all that, blah, blah, blah. But shit, I don't spend a shitload of money on buying crypto, but shit, $50 here and there adds up after a couple months. You'd be surprised. So when I can, I grab a little bit because again, even that $25, it might be 30 in a year or so, and those little jumps, I got faith and I got patience.
If you go spend your $30 on a pizza, what is your return on that? I mean, your tummy's happy for 2 hours. I mean, come on, skip the pizza once a week.
That's priceless, Malibu.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, throw it into some crypto. That's why he's the GOAT. And if you're and honestly, like my best advice to anybody right now, like if you want like not financial advice but financial advice, like just go get it in any top 10 coin because those coins are not going away, right? Like just put it in the top 10 coins and stop worrying about all the other protocols and lending protocols because they're all going to get wrecked because, and Hemi knows this better than anybody, like you go put $1 in the bank, they can lend out $10, right? If the bank gets wrecked, they're backed by the federal government,
That's
FDIC.
right, I said Hemi.
Right? Up to $250,000. All right. So now you have a Celsius and a BlockFi and even Voyager, right? They lent out a lot of their crypto to this 3AC, right? And 3AC got wrecked because of the price of the coin. What happens, right? You pay it back. Like they're trying to be a bank, but they have there's nothing behind it. There's no liquidity behind it to pay it back, right? Like it's not like a traditional. That's why we need regulation. This is why we need like those things. And these guys need to get wrecked because they were reckless, right? They're making our space really bad when they do this type of stuff because they're not doing like that's why I love about Cardano is that the way we're building it is the right way, like not just rushing it to market. So just like remember that like you guys like we got a long ways to go, but like let's just keep positivity going and we're all gonna make it. Trust in that.
22-cent Cardano coming in hot. That's what I believe.
No, hell no. You know what? Look at Cardano. It stood up like I know it's only 45 cents, but look at the price. Look at the price compared to like what Bitcoin and Ethereum's doing. Cardano is actually standing up pretty good. And when Vassal Hartford comes in, it's gonna bring a lot of new projects in. So there's gonna be. I think I can feel the sentiment starting to change in the market.
I agree with you, Ken, 100%.
It's Jeff.
Big Kahuna.
Awkward.
Ken is my Malibu. Ken is my gamer name that I always use online, and my real name's Jeff. So. But it's still awkward, right?
Love it though. My bad, Jeff.
Big Kahuna.
So that's all I wanted to throw in there. I was trying to take. That's why I think like Hemi and Viva and I, like even if nobody else comes and listen to us, I think we should just have a space so we can get it all out there between us, right? Because I think what Hemi has to say. I love to hear his market reports.
That's
and
right.
Viva,
I said Hemi.
Yeah, that's right. Hell yeah. And then with the macro economics with Viva, there's a lot of knowledge there.
That's
but
right.
he's
I
spitting
said
it so
Hemi.
fast. He's spitting it so fast.
Hey, Jeff, are you into stocks big time or not?
Hell no.
No.
I mean, I have my. So I mean, I've been in the workforce 25 years, right? So like I've put all my money into 401k, and I still have it sitting there, and it's doing whatever it's going to do. But I'm saying like.
Me started with that.
No. But the point I'm trying to make is that I didn't. When you put your money in 25 years ago, you're like, hey, when I retire in 25 years, I'm going to have this money. Why can't we have the same thing on some of our investing in crypto?
Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
I was just saying that to a young buck I was talking to the other night by the name of Stutter Boy. Just saying, I thought he was in here. He might not be anymore. But dude, I'm not going to blow up his spot and tell you how old he is. But another one of you bastards that I could be your daddy. And it's like, yo, dude, you're talking about what you have and what you're sitting on. Come on now,
Evie, I think you got a lot under management already, bro.
You'd be surprised. But Jeff, aka Malibu Ken, that's why is Taxi's real name Taxi? Hemi. Is your real name Hemi? But this Sutter Boy is a younger dude, and he's sitting on cool shit, and he's part of this culture, and he's part of this community. So again, dude has patience. And by the time 5 years roll by, he's going to be an independent motherfucker. Like, I believe that kind of shit because of the timing
100%.
of where we're at.
100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. So I just want. I want to pump you guys up to know, like, even in the bear market is when we should all be doing what we're doing right now, talking about it and helping each other to realize like what's the end game is, right? Go ahead, El Duque. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, as long as we all have this mentality, like, and like you say, helping each other, and like, I mean, we don't, like, again, we not have to be thinking the same exact thing, because, you know, like, I remember the first time I joined Wildcards. I don't remember if it was the first time, but the few first shows, I told Stevie that I went all in at once. You know, once I convinced myself that I wasn't gonna stay behind anymore, you know, with like, you know, the whole Amazon era, you know, the whole thing that happened in front of us, and we just lost it, right? At least me, I lost it. I just saw it go in front of my eyes, and all these people getting rich and all these stories. Like, I'm not staying behind anymore. So I decided to fucking jump in all the way, and I go all the way. And I can tell you right now, if I had the opportunity back then to put all my 401k and put it into crypto, I would probably done it, but I couldn't, right? I couldn't. It might sound vegan as hell, but that's me. That's me, and not everybody have to be the same. But I believe in crypto big time, and I believe there's no other way for me, at least for me. And yeah, a lot of people say you cannot put all your eggs in the basket, this and that. But again, that's me. That's my money. That's my decision. If I lose it, I lose it because I did it. Nobody tell me shit. I convince myself, and you know, it is what. But right now, obviously, we don't know what's going to happen, but I still believe in crypto.
Do any of you guys listen to the Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki? You know the book, The Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Yes,
I don't know if, so if you don't, just go listen to one of his podcasts, but he owns zero stocks. What he does and what he's done is bought real estate. Like, that's where he's made all his money. But he said instead of owning like Exxon stock, he went and bought the oil well, right? So now oil's $130 a barrel. I think it's 108 today, right? So like he's kind of loving it right now because he can sell his oil for a lot more money than, you know, bringing it up out of the ground. So like he invests in like the product, not the company, right? So like he's a pretty smart guy. He says put all your money in gold, silver, and Bitcoin because and hold some cash, right? During
he's been saying that for a while too.
Yeah, exactly.
For a long time.
Yeah. So if you look at the guys that are really like, I mean, I think he's a pretty rich guy. Like, but if you look at what the whales do, like, and you follow the whales, this is what they're doing. They're not. Fuck you, Dolphin! Trust me, like, a lot of this stuff that's imploding is like speculative venture capitalists getting wrecked, right? Like, there are people that like these things, like they thought they were smarter than everybody and they could create these lending protocols and be a bank and all this kind of stuff. And we're not ready for that. Like this technology is not ready for that. But that's why it's so important all this stuff gets wrecked. But how, I mean, ask anybody in this room, and what is the one thing we've been preaching for the last 6 weeks? Like, get all your money off the exchanges and put it in a wallet, right? Because these exchanges, like the reason why Voyager's getting wrecked is because of 3AC, but also they created their own token. Why did they create their own token? So they could bring in more money to lend out, right? So like that's what's happening with a lot of these. This needs to happen for our market to be healthy, like for crypto to be healthy, for us to continue to grow. This stuff has to get wrecked. But you can go in history and you can see this happen over and over and with inflation. Like it's like history repeats itself. So like it's just, I mean, Hemi can probably talk more technical about it, but I mean this is nothing new. I mean, you can see it coming from a mile away. Like the only people who are saying that inflation's not bad is the people that are running the inflation up, right? Like printing money and stuff. So it's just I'm just telling you guys, like, hey, let's just stay positive and let's lift each other up. And this space is awesome because I feel like it's like we're meeting in, Stevie Crypto's basement, and hanging out and shooting pool and drinking beer and having fun and
that's
talking
the
shit,
way I
right?
like it.
Yep.
That's just the way I like it.
Learn a little bit, laugh
I
a
don't
little
like
bit.
too much technicality. Technicality? Is that a word? No. Technicality. Well, you know
I mean, I could tell you, Ada Girl and I went to Consensus. The Cardano booth was packed the entire time, and there was about 25 to 30 projects. I met DC Spark, I met Emergo. Hell yeah! Like I met all the big projects, like MinSwap, Muesli Swap, like all the guys were there. Like we got to go around and talk to them, and so but these guys are like in their 20s, man, and they're like freaking hustling, man. They're like, but this is the next way of how we're going to transact and how our world's going to change, right?
And they're bringing it out to the real world because, like, right now, like you said, Twitter Spaces are fucking gold right now because everybody's got their phones in their hands, and you can push something and listen to a bunch of knuckleheads like ourselves. Excuse me, you're a genius, but I'm a knucklehead.
I'm a knucklehead.
That's for real. And either learn something or figure what you want to learn about next. And Discords are like that too, et cetera, et cetera. But when you're in a building and or breathing the same air as somebody else in the space, and you're interacting with them on the magnitude that you and Ada Girl have been doing, for the past hot minute, that's commendable. Respectable, and also it helps the community. That's why I'm fucking amped for fucking CNFT Con, because I feel like it's like a microcosm of all these other events focused just on this community, which I've been part of many other NFT communities to some degree, I guess. But to be honest with you, and this is just me. That's for you, brother. Cobra.
Can you imagine doing Wild Card live in Vegas, like with all of us in the same area?
Oh, okay. Now listen.
That'd be wild.
Like last week, a lovely lady that you know very well, she put Roy on blast. I don't know if y'all remember this, but this recorded like for the first 2 hours, just so you know. Then we turn that shit off and we get even more stupid. But she even asked if Roy was going to be there with all the soundboard and all the buttons, and if Wildcard's going to be something, doing something crazy over there in Vegas. I don't know. I started the research, and Roy, we can get a table close to the outlet and a plug and get you all set up to bring some craziness out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's really something. And that's something that, all the Wildcards crew, we can talk about in our public or private conversations. But I think that might be something fucking hilarious and fun.
The champ is here!
So just to let you guys know real quick, the Hidden Order, which is Vic, he's a friend of mine. He threw the party at Consensus. It was he knocked it out of the park. But he has been asked by Buffy Bot to the opening party on Friday night. And so he actually put a proposal in. So we all need to go vote for it to pay for the party in Vegas. So there is a Catalyst proposal for, I put it on my feed today. But if you guys, we're looking to vote for a Catalyst and want to have a party in Vegas.
Can you pin it in the top, Jeff?
Yeah, I could pin it for you guys. But it was the party was phenomenal. We had like IOG people rolling through there. The Clays rolled through there. Like had a Buffy Bot. We had a Katesh from Crypto Kaizen. Kaizen Crypto, everybody was wanting to get to the party. Like it was like a little art studio that had this massive outdoor space, and they had the tunes flowing, and the They were DJ IOG Johnny was up there DJing. It was just pretty awesome. So it was a lot of fun.
Dude, I'm gonna have to. I've been talking to my wife about I'm gonna have to say some vacation from October. And goes like, what do you need vacation for October? Oh, this thing that this crypto thing that I'm gonna go.
Bring the wife,
what is
man.
It? Oh no, hell no.
Just so one of your mandrills or your fucking
Bro,
one of your
said
ape
hell
society dudes.
And say hell nah.
No, dude. I don't need no responsibilities. It's just me and myself, because I know myself. Then it's like, hey, come on. And then everybody's tired, and then everybody have to go. No. You stay home while I do my thing. I'm gonna take my kids in the daytime, and then maybe one day I take my kid because I buy 4 tickets, so I might sell 2 of the tickets that I have. I just received this too, by the way.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a scam originally because there were all these emails and shit popping up. I was wondering what was going on, but then I saw BuffyBot even tweeted that even somebody else who works for BuffyBot.
Adam Dean.
Adam.
Yeah, I was worried about that because I was like, I don't know where my tickets are. And all of a sudden, last week, I received the email with the tickets. I was like, oh.
Hey, and the last thing, we can get back to giving each other a hard time, but I wanted to yell out to D-Clay, man. I know that dude won't dox himself, but damn, that dude makes some fucking hellacious cute kids. Shit.
Shit. Feliz cumpleaños for your kid, man.
Hell yeah, man. Those are some cute kids, man.
Thank you, brother.
Real quick, I second that. D-Clay, your kids are beautiful, man. You have a beautiful family.
Lil D-Clays. Big kahuna.
And real quick.
Can you imagine what D-Clay's gonna look like if his kid looks like that? Shit.
Imagine
Yeah, my girl's staying in Miami. She ain't going to Vegas.
Hey, real quick though, since we're on the topic of D-Clay, I want to on his recent collaboration with you want to talk on it, D-Clay? Will you just give us 5 minutes?
No, you can go.
Or is that going to be an uncut version, bro?
Yeah, that's a cut. Hey, shout out to the homie 99,000 for double flexing with bicep. My boy said, peek, peek.
Wild Tang. Go ahead, bro. You just had something to say?
Yo, yeah, sorry, random. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Joshy because I was getting notifications on my phone like crazy. His security bot just blocked that bullshit Clay Nation thing coming in. So that was awesome, man.
Yo, Wild Tangs. Okay, first of all, I wish I had the voice and the body of CNFT Me Please, a.k.a. Vicalicious, a.k.a.
Yo, when is
Diamond
that getting
Badger?
on the soundboard? Excuse me. I'm pissed it's not there this week. What the hell?
Wait, what do you need? What do you need? Roy, write this shit down.
Oh, hold on. Hey,
CNFT Me Please.
Tangs, you can't sass me, man. You're right. No, what you need? What do you need?
Yo, CNFT Me Please did a Wild Tangs theme song. We got to get that on the soundboard.
You got to get him a 101, man. What's the?
My man killed it. The champ is here.
Big yeah, he did.
There he is.
Yo, I just got
one and only.
Something. Yo, Diamond Badger. For all y'all that don't know, and I say this every time he jumps up into the front line here, dude. I can't even describe it, dude. I gotta tell you the
songbird of our era.
Not only the songbird of our era. Can I bare my? I gotta bare my soul. I gotta bare my soul for a second about this guy. I feel like whatever he says, I'm listening to. Wherever he goes, I want to be there. I kind of feel like I want to be his disciple. If he starts something, like I'm in. Like
we know you're his manager. We know it.
Yo,
yeah,
I
am. You're a bit biased, but I'm gonna be honest. That man has a voice of an angel. If you guys have haven't heard his tunes, I'm gonna go ahead and pin at the top because we gotta bless everybody in this space.
Pin that.
With this music. I'm gonna pin that real quick. Let me mute up.
To be honest, it's just me.
I'm muted for a second.
Bro, y'all acting like I got D-Clay neck muscles here. You know, I appreciate the love, but I ain't got the muscles like D-Clay.
There he is.
Hey, I know D-Clay has all the follows. My man, CNFT Me Please got the voice. Check him out.
He's on the come up, bro. He gonna surpass D-Clay. Watch.
Hey, send it to me. Hey, send it to me, please. I heard you used to rap, my boy. I heard you used to drop some bars.
Yeah, man. When you
I
were
heard
like,
the D-Clay rap battle with CNFT Me Please. What happened to that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
D-Clay keeps backing out. I told him I drop bars on the show with him any day.
Oh,
that makes sense.
D-Clay make his fans with like violence and rocks. CNFT Please make his fans with love and good voices.
Love
and chest hairs,
brother.
One
chest hair.
I heard
faded chest hair, bro. It's not just any
like,
chest hair.
I can't try that shit, bro. He's gonna beat me. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna look stupid.
Patos locos forever.
I remember you saying you used to battle in the 90s, which is why I thought you were older than me. But
I'm
you were like 8 years
91.
old.
I was born in 91, bro.
You were 8 years old, right? Battling?
Oh, shit. To be honest, he was only 8.
Yo, that's
I was
crazy.
Dropping bars when I was 8, bro. Like, yo.
I was the bars when you were in diapers.
Yo.
Hey, what was your rap name, D-Clay? Was it D-Clay Hawk or what was it?
Oh, shit.
It was MC Rock Thrower.
I knew that from the serious note.
I thought it was Baby D.
Here goes the question, all right, guys? I'm gonna ask y'all a serious
It was Little D. The Kahuna Little D.
Baby D is Baby D.
Baby D.
Oh, shit. Oh. This is cool. Hey, so I got a serious question, guys, right? Here's the question. How bullish are you guys on B-Boys? Go.
On who?
Okay, round table this shit. Okay.
Beat Boys. I'm eating my bad, guys. Beat Boys.
Ooh,
Beat Boys.
With Taxi.
Taxi,
oh,
you got a minute.
Taxi.
You got a minute because then we got everybody else got to share too. But you grab that front line. Go ahead.
Wait, what's the question?
Beat Boys.
How bullish are you on Beat Boys?
Wait,
if somebody's gonna be bullish, it's gonna be Taxi. Taxi.
Damn, Taxi, what are you doing, bro? You're making me late, but I asked the question, but you be like, what's the question, bro? What's the question?
Well, say it.
I asked, damn, bro. I asked, how bullish are you on Beat Boys?
Best word to describe them is intriguing. And as far as like bullish, yeah. Bullish as in like excited, stoked, and like really like excited to see what they have to have to offer. That's me. Bullish, I guess. But yeah, I'd say the best word to describe them is intriguing.
And stoked. I love that you use the word stoked in conversation. That's one of the reasons why I love you. Just saying. One of the reasons.
Hey, good wording, Jeff. Taxi, good wording, bro. Kahuna, how bullish are you on Beat Boys?
Big kahuna.
So,
Big kahuna.
We're all being honest.
Big kahuna.
So at first, I'm very, I speculate. I like to see how things progress. But, when I see, for instance, my boy Taxi, I don't knock his intuition. So, for instance, back in the day when disco popped, he had his conviction. And when he had his conviction, I'm like, you know what, maybe I should dive a little deeper. And I don't know, man, ever since then, I never second-guessed Taxi. So he fell in love, so I started looking a little bit more, and I started loving the animations and, just how they were approaching the community in a different style. I also do like how they implemented these these free mints, these collectibles. So it really got the community, involved without you even having to pay a dime. So certain things like that I really did appreciate. But like Taxi said, definitely intriguing.
Big Kahuna.
Hey, thank you, Big Kahuna. I appreciate the answer. That shit was on point. It was a one. After what you just said, I might even just ape into it. Kidding.
Not yet, bro. Yeah, bro. Let
You're
Texas
so
do his
full
thing,
of shit,
bro.
Decoy.
Duque. Hey, Roy, what was that, bro? You go next, bro.
El Duque is the lie detector, bro.
The champ is here.
Should I say Roy or should I say Roy?
Yeah,
How bullish are you?
You gotta call me Rory, bro, like everybody else. You throw in that
Rory.
extra R. You gotta throw in that extra R, baby. What's the
The
question?
invisible
Am I bullish
R.
on who? Am I bullish on Taxi? I love Taxi, man. He's a genuine dude. I think he's great. I think he needs more follows, man. He's awesome. Hit up Taxi.
That's a damn fact.
The champ is here.
Hey, but also,
like high key, Taxi's taking over. I think that he's going to start his own Twitter space featuring.
He is. I
LPK.
heard he needs a manager, Stevie.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know who to go to. I see what Stevie's done with CNFT. Yeah, I know who to go to if I need someone.
Yeah, if anyone's to blame, it's you, Stevie. You started this trend.
Taxi goes shirtless with that surfboard voice of his and acts like he's a surfer. Maybe he really is. Dude's gonna take over, no doubt.
bro, the homie
that
Stevie
surfer
started
hair.
a boy band out here and shit.
Boy band? What are you talking? I'm not in a boy band.
Simmer down.
Oh, see it at CNFT and my boy Stutter down there. They're starting a boy band.
My boy Stutter's
I
still
get to be
waiting
the
in
bad
line
boy.
for an Uber. Shit.
That's why you get a taxi.
That's why
Hey, or a Mack truck.
Just saying.
Hey, yo, guys, real quick, look at the
No,
guys.
D-Clay.
We got
Let's finish your round. Let's finish your round of questions. Who else is going to be answering
right.
that question of yours?
Roy answered.
You got to
and kinda
follow through.
But Malibu, my guy, 10AK Jeff.
Yep.
How bullish are you on people?
I don't know, man. You want to know my honest opinion?
Yeah.
Honest, bro.
Be honest, bro. Be honest.
You have to be honest. If you're not to be honest, then no.
I don't
be honest. Be you.
Here you go. Here's my shot. Like, I don't have time to be spending in Discord, knowing who's doing what, like who's going to be around, all this other crap, right? So for me, like, I just save up and buy more clay, buy more space bud, buy more, like, whatever project disco, whatever, like whatever project goats.
Just waiting on for like secondary type of stuff at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to mint anymore because, like, I don't like if I mint and it's like 80 and then it goes to 30 and then I'm like, oh crap, like. I mean, like, if you guys are like in Discord or you like the art, whatever, like, I mean, I'm all for like you guys flipping that stuff, but I don't have time for that. Like, all I have time to do is invest in projects I know are going to be around in the future, right? Like,
Malibu said he doesn't play checkers; he plays chess.
Yeah, he definitely is. The cool thing about Beat Boys is it is no Discord, so you can just follow along on the Twitter.
Yeah. So I mean, I will tell you guys this. Like, I'll go mint one or two just to have one, but you know how many 1 or 2s I have in my wallet now, like that. You know, and then it's just like, yeah, exactly. So it's like it's hard to know, and unless I think like you guys like Swags and Taxi and all you whoever's buying like 10, 20 of these things and flipping them, like, I think that's the way to go. Like, I mean, if you're gonna flip, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go in and get 10 or 20 of them and then like flip them at the beginning.
Shout out Beto.
Yeah, big shout out to Beto.
Shout out to Beto. He's out there fishing. He's gonna catch the big kahuna. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean that's just where I am. I mean, I'm a little bit more conservative in that respect, and because I don't have time to, I just started a new gig. I feel like right now I have to be working and bringing in a steady paycheck than trying to do Web3 right now. So like I just started a new gig, so it's like for me, I don't have but a couple hours a night to like look through this stuff. So I'm just buying up like cornucopia land, and we own a shit ton of Pavia and all that stuff. Just stuff I know that has some stuff is being built behind it, right? Like real money.
Are you in that Cardano Island?
Hell yeah, yeah.
We dropped that. Oh, taxi. We did the whole thing when we were at the summit, and we got all those NFTs. So we got a shit ton of those NFTs. But like, I mean, that's just we got a shit ton. But I let Ada Girl do most of the Discord and talking to you guys and stuff. So hey, let's get in it. Like I'm just like okay, but I mean if you were asking me, like I focus on stuff like I would rather have more Kong. I'd rather have more goats. I'd rather have more, stuff like that. So.
Definitely.
Yo, can I?
Ugly Bros too, bro. Don't forget Ugly Bros. You feel me, Ugly Bros.
Yo, why are you so ugly? Yo, D Clay, can I answer your question? Will you ask me so this can be official? Can you ask me? Go ahead, I'm waiting.
Hey, Esteban, I have a question for you.
¿Qué pasó?
Did he say Esteban?
Esteban, es mío. Es mío, pendejo.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Pendejo.
Come on,
hey, Esteban, aquí está la pregunta. Here goes the question, right? How bullish are you on Speed Boy?
Well, to be honest, and this is just me. Actually, I'm going to be Cobra. Hold on. Cobra. Thanks, Roy. One more time. Cobra. One more time, Roy.
Hey, hold up, Stevie. Hold up, Stevie. If you're gonna be Cobra, you gotta let them fangs out. You gotta shoot a little bit of venom, right?
Facts.
Oh, I'm gonna
exactly.
shoot that venom. I'm gonna be dancing like a unicorn in a club. Just say, wait for it.
Hey guys, I just want to pop in and say hi. I love you guys.
Who's popping in and saying
hi?
It's Lucy. It's Ada Girl.
Hey, Ada Girl.
Hey guys. You guys are the best.
She's in the house. Y'all heard it.
I love you guys.
We've been waiting for you. We were dealing with this quote unquote Jeff for so long. Waiting to hear you.
This guy Jeff. You guys, he's like getting really like worked up over here. I don't know what y'all doing to him.
What? Because Viva was here, and so what happened was Viva. Viva was on 12.
It's so Viva's fault.
Was going nuts.
Viva like tagged them in, actually.
Like,
WWF. Dude, they tag each other all the time. They're like BFFs with that kind of stuff.
They are some burly, adorable bushwhackers. They just come in. They walk in, flailing their arms. They start licking each other's heads, and they just tag each other in it. It's amazing.
Yes, El Duque, you're right. I've been telling them they need to just start a space, and they just tag team each other all the time.
That would be a great space. You, Viva, Hemi, and throw Hobbs in there.
Oh, the trifecta.
And a little sprinkle of heck on top.
Yeah, and a little diversity, a little variety. Throw D-Clay in there. Just have him in there, bro.
It'll be a hit, man. It'll be a hit. I just wanted to come in and say hi. I love you guys.
We love you. So wait a second. Wait, don't leave yet. Because listen,
okay.
I just got a question for you. This is confusing to me. So Kahuna called your boy Ken because his name is Malibu Ken. He's like, no, my name's not Ken, right? So
right.
Are you telling me your real name isn't Ada Girl?
It is not. It's
not.
My,
you just said it was Lucy.
Lucy. Yes, that's my name is Lucy. Y'all can call me Lucy, but
what
wow,
a night!
I feel like
What a
yeah,
night!
I just blew your mind, right?
That's so you're telling me taxi's not a taxi, bro?
Taxi's not taxi, man.
Oh
And
my
Kahuna,
god, bro.
I bet
Hey,
that's
Yo,
not
I'm
his
picking
name
up
either.
people left and right over here.
in Declay's words, Lucia.
Ah, Lucia. That's right.
Vatos locos forever.
Vatos locos forever.
But we all agree Clay is actually made out of clay, right?
They
He
what?
is made of clay.
Nah, D Clay's made out of rocks, bro. The rock.
That's facts, bro.
That man is rock solid.
Yeah, he goes hard, man. D Clay goes hard. I love him. He's my homie.
We throw nothing but rocks. I'll see you. Sorry, guys.
Hey, yo, initially I was scared to go at CNFT Con, but a couple weeks back, D Clay reassured me he has my back. He's going to have a pocket of rocks. He's going to take care of my light work. Right, D Clay?
Yeah, man. Yo, hey, you guys know already, right? The champ is here. Down, bro. Just look at me a little. And then just fucking toss the rock across the room.
we got it orchestrated. I got D Clay on the right, and then I got Cobra on the left, ready to shoot that venom. We good, man.
Ready.
I'm
You
not
protected.
Kahuna with the camera ready, baby.
You got your detail.
He's like Kahuna with the camera.
Kahuna in the back.
Ready, brother. Document the whole thing.
What I want to know is if Rory's still gonna go with like his little sampler next to him, so he's just pushing buttons.
you ever been to Mexico and go to the beach and you see the guys on the beach with the little like drum set attached? That's gonna be me with the soundboard.
Yeah, they gonna have that portable soundboard. You don't even know.
It's gonna be makeshift. It's not even gonna be legit. I'm gonna make the noises. I'm gonna get a piece of cardboard, like draw some. Every time I push the button, I'm gonna make the noise myself. It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna go down. Are we still gonna have the wild cards in Vegas, like a booth or something, so y'all can go live from there?
Oh, don't threaten us with a good time. Like
I'm just saying.
Shit. Yo, you just busted out that shit stick all over. Because here we go. I mentioned that a moment ago. I'm like, yo, Roy, Ada girl. I mean, Lucy.
Lucy.
She put you on blast and asked if you're going to bring out your whole computer and buttons and all that shit for CNFT. So it's actually I've been purposed, by somebody by the name of you got it. Come on, hurry up, Roy. Hit me with the right one. Cobra. Thank you. I was talking to Cobra and been pondering getting that table, and I got one of those, the 2500 club shits. So apparently it's been my new purpose to figure that shiznit out and make sure that we got a long extension cord. So Roy can make sure, everybody knows.
Dude, because we brought it up last week too. We talked about it last week.
It was recorded. Recorded, so
it's there.
Like fact. It's like a contract.
It's a cut. Exactly. I'm looking forward to it.
Yo,
it's gonna be
big.
amazing.
Was that like a tease?
What was that?
No, that was just that was just fucking rolling around here, holding on to his bottle of Courvoisier like it's like his baby, just laughing his ass off. Fucking crazy up in this motherfucker sometimes.
Giving away too many secrets, right? Down. The word taxi, simmer.
Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all's heated discussions about Discord, but
Lucia.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay, amores. I will see y'all later.
Ciao.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
There she goes.
Hey, Esteban, you never answered the question.
Okay, well, I was going to say...
Hold up. Get prepared. I'm about to push some buttons. We're about to wrap this thing up in the words of Joe Budden.
Oh, shit.
The champ is here!
Okay, shit.
Okay, Roy, I'll wrap this up real quick. I'll answer the question. D. Clay asked me if I'm bullish on the Beef Boys. I'm going to tell you what I like about the project. I've been getting frustrated. I mentioned this before. Discord, it's an ocean on my phone or computer. It's too much. You want to mint something, you got to join the Discord. You got to join the Discord. I get it because I want answers to something. I want to communicate to somebody about something that, you know, verifying wallets, all that shit, isn't it? But they're not doing that. So, like, the strength of a project is often the strength of the community and the strength of what promo the community's doing. Now, these Beat Boy motherfuckers, giving away the free shit, gangsta. The free mints that sold out in 2 minutes, gangsta. And recently, in the past few days, what they do, they gave a link to their website where they have their promotional kits. What are they? A whole bunch of their images, whether it's banners, logos, PFPs, all that shit. So before their project is even dropped, you got piles of people already having their banner and their PFP by this project. So this project hasn't even minted yet, and people are able to do some significant promoting and marketing. Again, just by having free shit. They sent me one of the passes, so obviously I was retweeting the shit out of that because that's a nice thing. I'm amped. They sent me some. I'm gonna blow that shit up. Word, and that's only gonna help them. So, am I bullish on them? I don't know, but I do feel like there's a significant buzz. That again, if you can ride that buzz the right way, and they haven't made promises, so it's not like I'm wondering like, well, what's this, what's that. They haven't said shit, so it's not like, well, you know, they're not spreading themselves too thin. They're actually going heavy advertisement. And I've said before, don't depend on your mint money to pay for advertisement and marketing. And what they did was they gave away free shit that gave them advertising and marketing. That's me. To be honest, thank you.
Hey, thank you, Stevie. That was a beautiful answer. I would have to agree with you in saying that they do all the hype is, you know, due to Taxi. Just kidding, guys. Keep going. That shit, I didn't know where the fuck I was going, bro. I started talking. I was like, where the fuck am I going with this? But for real, let's continue before we wrap up for the.
You were going to point out that you're really 5 feet tall. You carry mad rocks, and that's why you wear a hard hat.
Bro, it's fucked up because I'm Mexican. You think I'm 5 feet tall, bro? But that's a different conversation.
Hey, you're the one who said it first.
Facts.
I'm just spitting what I heard.
Damn, bro, damn. Nah, but for real though, that's fucked up, bro.
All right,
hey, Hemi,
so
I have a question. No, Hemi, bro.
Go ahead. Good.
Hey, Hemi, here's a question, Hemi. You know, I heard you talk about the market. I heard you talk about crypto. I heard you talk about NFTs. I heard you talk about life, your feelings. But I have one thing I've never heard you talk about is how bullish are you on Beat Boys?
I'm going to keep it short and sweet and tell you I'm going to hodl because it's Taxi.
Well, I don't know what he said, but that's
answer. Real quick before we hit it out tonight, guys.
Hemi. That's right, I said Hemi.
Uncut version, we're going to be interrogating D. Clay on his collaboration, his new partnership. We want to get the details. We want to get the scoop. We want to figure out what's going on.
What's the alpha?
We need that out, baby. Y'all will be prepared.
Raw. You guys be prepared.
That's right.
Raw.
We're gonna cut this round right now. The last while's been recorded because we ended up throwing that shit up online. Now we're gonna end this shit. No, it's not here we go, El Duque, because we're not ending it for the night. We're gonna end it for the moment, and then Roy's gonna relight that shit up. We're gonna open up another bottle, and we're gonna be even uglier than before. That's right, I said ugly. So yo, Kahuna, let them hear your beautiful voice and say thank you to everybody.
Big Kahuna.
And we're gonna roll out of here and be back in 3.
All right, Roy. My cue. Big shout out to everybody that showed out. You know, I'm gonna start from the bottom. You know, we usually do it from the top, but we got Stu down there. Look at that. We got
Mesa. Maybe I pronounced that wrong. You're beautiful. I love the beat boys. Karina, look at that Bobcat. Damn, you got an knots in that band? Oh. We got D420. We got this Scrappy Goat. We got Knight, the one and only Knight. And Stutter Boy. I hope you caught that Uber, brother. We got a lady. We got Supernova Maria. Damn, yo, this was a beautiful room. Look at this.
Oh, shout out Marie.
Hey, yo, CNFT, please. Let me get that 101.
So, night, Mesa.
Night, y'all. Have a beautiful night. Make sure to tune in for that uncut.
Starter boy. Hope you get that right.
Uncut, baby. Let's go.
Call a taxi if you need him. Maria, thanks for coming.
That Nova, super Nova.
Hey, Clay, gonna load the rock. Let's go.
Thank you for listening. Please rate and review this podcast. And until next time, have a kick-ass day.